What's up, guys?
Mike MacIntyre.
Thank you very much. We had to wait on Walter. I guess he was making his pumpkin pie, and he had his brazen. Oh, pickleball circuit. I'm sorry. Okay, getting their last game in before Thanksgiving break. All right, that's good. That's good. So we excited about the game this weekend against Western Kentucky. Last year, Western Kentucky, I would say, put a whooping on us pretty good. And so they're a really good football team. Their quarterback is, is a phenomenal player. They've got their wide receiver, Corley, he makes plays. He's a phenomenal run after the catch guy. He's like 210 pounds, 215 pounds, makes a lot of plays. Defensively, they're really aggressive and do a lot of good things there with what they do. And then Tyson Helton's been there a while, done a good job. He's also the brother of Clay Helton, and then his dad was a Helton. So football's in their family, kind of like football's in our family. I know all those guys well, and so it's going to be a tough contest for us, but we're excited. Our guys are excited about playing.
Coach, the tape of last year, do you guys watch it again, or you rather just move past that?
No, we have looked at different things on it, especially the coaching staff has looked at different things that they attacked us with, offensively and defensively. We haven't shown the guys that much. We mainly are focusing on this season because they've changed things a little bit, and so we've looked at that. But there's definitely, you go back and look, anytime you play a team, you go back and look at what they might have attacked you with, and something they might not be doing now, they might do against you, so you got to prepare for that.
That's all schematics. What about from the motivational side of it? Because this was obviously different. What have you used to? I mean, obviously just last year and it was pretty bad, so it's not like they're going to forget it. But what have you used to try to motivate, or do you have to?
I don't think we really have to. The kids know. Definitely was an embarrassing loss. I thought last year after that game, though, we bounced back the next week and played an excellent game against New Mexico State. So that showed me they have the resilience to get over that. But there's definitely, it's got to be in all the guys' minds that played last year in the game for sure. And hopefully that is motivation for us. And that's what we're hoping to utilize that to our advantage. But it definitely was not a fun day, to say the least.
The seniors, just finally being able to see them play one more, obviously, on senior day.
Mm-hmm.
Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've got some seniors that have done a phenomenal job battling and have played well for us. And it's always, that every year it happens that way. And it's every year when that go to senior day and different things, I actually think about my senior day. It's kind of funny. I reminisce about all my friends, all the things we went through, and then where all those guys are now. So I kind of realize that we're passing the torch for these young men. Some of them will go on and keep playing, but a lot of them won't, and that's the way it is at every school. And so they're heading into their lives. And a lot of them already got jobs lined up and different things too, which is exciting. So they've got a great future. So hopefully we've helped them grow in a lot of ways outside of football that will help them be successful in business and in life and everything along their journey. But it's always kind of it's an emotional, it's a sad but exciting time at the same time. And then getting to see them play for the last time is always as a coach, you remember when you first recruited them, or you remember the first time you met them, you remember when you moved them to different positions, you remember them coming in your office and they were going through different problems, different issues. So there's a huge connection there with a lot of emotional ties when it's the last game for sure.
Obviously, just looking back at that Arkansas game, you guys were able to kind of keep it close through almost
Mm-hmm.
the entirety of the game.
Right.
What was working for you guys?
Well, our kids played extremely hard. Offensively, we were able to move the ball some and make some plays there. We didn't kick field goals as well as we like. Our young man, he ended up tweaking himself a little bit in the game, so that's why we had to make a change there. So hopefully he'll be able to kick this week. We'll see. So that was tough on us. And then they had a couple big plays on us. On the quarterback draw and some different things like that we just didn't fit right. We had to call up front and kind of screwed it up, and that's our coaching fault. I need to do a better job of that, handling that. But I thought overall the kids played hard, competed, and we had some opportunities to make a difference in the game and have a chance. But they got us in the end there. But I thought overall the fight was good, and I thought we did some good execution. Not as consistent as we would like, but I thought the execution was better, especially on offense.
I think this is that last game against Arkansas was the first time you guys ran the wildcat a little bit
Yeah.
throughout the season. Just when did that come to be, and is that something that we
Yeah, we had talked about it and just felt like it's another way for us to be able to try to get some more run involvement in it. You know, we'll look at different teams you can do it against, maybe than others. But we felt like that was a good weapon for us to use.
What was the injury to Chase that you mentioned?
He had a little bit of a tweak in his groin. He said he was fine, and then after the you know, he didn't kick it as well. So that was, and hopefully he's been working on it in practice. We'll see how he's feeling. If not, Lucas will do our kicking, who came in and kicked and does our kickoff. So we have a very capable kicker besides Chase, but Chase is excellent. We like Chase. He always makes those game-tight kicks. He hadn't missed one since we've been here.
How else did you emerge injury-wise, especially in the whole line? Some guys.
Yeah, all of our guys came out of the game healthy, so we'll have the same 5 starting that we started last week, which is good, which hadn't happened all year, really a lot for us all year. But we're excited about those guys, and I thought J.D. Lee going in and starting his first game. Now he's played in our season. He's played tackle. He's played guard. He's actually played center some, and so him playing tackle in the game, I thought he did well for his first start and playing. That's the first time he's played that many reps. He's been about 30 to 35, 40 reps. Playing 60 or so reps, 60, 70 reps was big for him.
I guess it was an impressive, game for the offensive line. Such a big defensive line. So just giving up, I think, 2 sacks.
Right. Yeah, they did an excellent job on it, and we were excited about how that happened there and with us. And one of the sacks. We were trying to throw it to the receiver, and the receiver actually got grabbed, so Keywan had to come off of him. And if we could have not got grabbed there, I don't think we would have had that sack. So that really wasn't. It's more like a situation that happened that you don't really see when you're watching the game. You just kind of see the sack.
With a guy like Mitchell who's had such a big year, and
Yep.
he has another year of eligibility.
Yep.
A guy like that, he's going to have some options these days with the transfer portal, maybe even turning pro. Do you, in a sense, have to re-recruit a guy like that?
Yeah, Kris is a phenomenal player and just a phenomenal person and leader on our team. And since we've gotten here, it's kind of been fun to watch him keep maturing. And he's one of the true guys that I think college football is good about. He has stayed here and kept working to get better and better and better. He'll definitely have different options, but there's nowhere in the country he can go that he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver again. We know all about him. We know everything about him, and he knows he's going to be able to get better here. So we'll see how that works and go from there. But we love Kris Mitchell, and we love what he's done for us, and we love the leadership and the type of person he is, no doubt about it.
What are you going to do Sunday? Normally you'd be preparing for that next game. What are you doing Sunday?
Sunday we'll be recruiting and doing that, and then we'll meet with our players the next week because they've got to get everything scheduled for finishing exams, and it never ends, and all the things they've got to do there. And then we'll have recruits in, and we'll have different things going on for the next weekend. So next week will be a big recruiting. We've already been recruiting all the time, but it's kind of getting honed in on everything that we're doing.
You got a day off scheduled or no?
No, not really. Not really. You don't get one of those for a while till it goes dead, really, over the Christmas break.
Because you got a recruiting early signing day in December now.
Right.
It's the 20th.
Yeah, we have official visits on December 1st, so it's right there going, and that goes through till signing date, and then.
So you'll be busy about recruiting, but what goes over you like Sunday morning when you know there's no more games to prepare for? Does the different feeling wash over you?
Yeah, a little bit. It does. Mainly it's about the seniors on the team leaving and then kind of feeling like, okay, what do we got to do next to help us keep getting – we already planned it out with how to keep better, but, with those seniors leaving, you kind of think about those guys still. You really do. And then you're moving on to the next wave of guys you're trying to get in here to help move the program forward. And you also, we meet as a staff and go over each kid individually again, which we do a lot, but we'll go over it and say, okay, this young man needs to gain 10 more pounds. This young man needs to work on his quickness. This guy, should we move him from this position to another position? Can he help us here better? So we're constantly looking at every way to help our team get better. I always tell our players, and it's the same way with us, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. Nothing stays the same. And a lot of times your answers are definitely in your room. You don't always have to go outside your room. Everybody thinks you got to go outside your room. There's guys in your room that you can move to another position, do different things with. Guys that are almost there and you can see it. Kris Mitchell's a great example of that. He was a backup when we got here and he kept working hard, and then we got to play him, and then he's just taken over. And he's gained 10 more pounds. I think he's gained 18 pounds since we got here, I think. And so, those type of guys step up and end up being, great players. So we have some guys in this room that I think are diamonds in the rough, and that's how you get better as a program.
I was wondering, you're always very good with the media, very friendly. How do you like those, especially in-game interviews? I saw you did one in the Arkansas game.
Yeah.
Because you're focused on the game.
Right.
You're a friendly person, but how does that grab you when you have to do those?
Well, they tell you beforehand. They kind of know what's going on. Again, it's all predicated on the media access. And as we were, as Conference USA was meeting on how to be able to have more national television games, one of the things was to have more access. And you see it in the NFL. You see it. You see it in NBA. You see it all the time. So that's something that we're required to really go do. And I look at it as a benefit to our program because I'm able to talk about our kids. I'm able to talk about the school. And then it's also a benefit to Conference USA and that type of thing. Yes, you are. You have to. You go. They tell me, I have our football ops guy always tells me, hey, coach, at the end of this quarter, like when it was a break, you're going to have to be on. So as I'm kind of talking about stuff, I kind of forget about it, of course, right? And he goes, hey, you're going to be on in a second. So you kind of take a deep breath, count to 10. As you're walking over to him, you say, okay, what are you going to talk about? And the questions they might ask you.
And you went on that interview specifically, and you said it was, always being honest like you are. You said it was a mistake to go for it on fourth down. My question is, was it really a mistake? Because, yeah, you didn't get the yardage, but didn't it signal to your team that...
Well, that's what she asked me. I said, if it's not a mistake if you make it, right? But I felt like that kind of gave them a little momentum. But I also told our team we were gonna attack, and I do believe they felt like that. And then, yeah, they barely got in there. They got in, which is bad. But then we responded with 13 unanswered points. So I thought that was a great response from them to do that. And we talked about we were going to attack, we're going to push, we're going to do different things. We, changed up some formations. We're attacking with the football. So I thought that was the mentality we had going in. Yes, it was.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, Coach.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Donovan, you want to go first, or Kris, you want to go first? Junior wide receiver, Kris Mitchell.
Whoever caught more yards goes first.
How y'all doing? Great.
Kris, just hearing your name your name along with T.Y. Hilton and Tyrese Chambers as wide receivers here at this program that have reached 1,000 yards, just kind of what goes through your head when you hear that?
I'm blessed, honestly. It's always been a dream of mine to be in the record books at FIU and just have fun here and just set records and have goals that I've accomplished. So being next to Tyrese Chambers and T.Y. Hilton, I'm honored. So very blessed.
And doing it against a Power 5 team in Arkansas, who was no joke. They're a pretty good team for the most part. Just how was that for you?
It was fun. It was a fun experience. I know I could play at any level, so I came with the same mindset that I come at like every game. So attack DBs and just know who I'm going against, and it was pretty fun out there. So I did what I had to do and made plays when they came to me.
Mitchell, how old are you now?
I'm 23.
23.
Yes, sir.
And when will you be 24? What month?
Next November.
November. Okay.
Yes,
That's your
sir.
turn. Do you keep in touch with Tyrese?
I do.
What does he tell you about his experience on Power 5 level?
He said, it's the same as far as like DBs and stuff like that. It's just you gotta be more focused and more locked in. It's more of a business, I guess I'll say. So he said that it's the same when it comes to competition, but just being more locked in and knowing to keep yourself healthy and stuff like that. He said that's a big emphasis there.
So I'm sure you're not going to make up your mind until after this game and talk to your family, but where's your head at right now, given that he hasn't had that much playing time, I guess, over there? I don't follow it on the daily, but I don't think he has. You have a pro possibility. What's going through your mind? Because you're 23, it's upon you now, this big decision.
Right. I'm not thinking too much about transferring anywhere to any schools right now. My mindset, I know I always had a plan to go play in the NFL, so that's my dream. So that's the plan, is to go, play in the NFL. If I get word that not this year, it's a possibility I come back here and play again.
So your mindset right now is you see where the scouts and your people say you might go in the NFL, and you have the fallback, come back and have one more big year.
Yes, sir.
What have you noticed about Western Kentucky? Obviously, you guys lost to them
really bad.
Redemption this year.
Yes, sir. I can't wait, honestly. They beat us 73-0 last year, so, you know, revenge, redemption, like you said. We're working hard this week, for preparation against WKU. We know they're not going to be a pushover. They're a great team. They've had tons of success. They got great quarterback over there, great receiver, great DB. So we're just going to go out there, play hard, physical, smash mouth football, and go show them what we could do. So.
You've been here for a couple of years now, and just out of these underclassmen, who's kind of stood out to you, probably take over your spot one day here?
Underclassmen, as far as receivers,
Yeah.
Kyle McNeil, he's nice. Mike Jack, Eric Rivers, all of them. I see them grown since they got here. Seeing taking game from me, taking game from each other, and just having that drive to know, like, if Kris can do it, I can do it. So it's good to see.
Mitch, what about school? Do you have your bachelor's degree already?
I graduate in a couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Yes, sir.
What's your degree in?
Liberal arts.
Is that a dream come true, or more for you or for your family?
It's for me for sure, having a degree, but playing at next level is a bigger dream. So, but having a degree and having that with me is always good. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, Kris.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kris.
Have a good day.
Senior linebacker, Donovan Manuel.
How y'all doing?
Keep going, Donovan.
Good.
I guess I'll pick it up with the question about Western Kentucky. Like, what do you think happened? It was just like maybe a snowball effect, when things started to go bad, or how do you analyze what happened in that game last year?
A lot happened actually. It's just we made a bunch of mistakes. We were a young team, when I came here, a lot of guys haven't really played a lot of Division I football. The team was super young, so not having the experience, was part of it. And they were a great team last year. That 73-0 left a bad taste in our mouth, and so you can only imagine like the motivation we have going into this game is, we're excited about it.
I was asking Coach, did he have to tell you anything to motivate you for this game?
No, it's not much to say. 73-0 says enough. So, we want to go out there and prove that we're better from a year ago.
Arkansas obviously was a tough opponent for you guys. Just what you noticed from them offensively that made it so hard to stop them. Obviously, KJ Jefferson, almost 100 yards rushing. They ran a lot of running backs out there too.
Yeah, they had a pretty good scheme. Of course, it's always hard to tackle a quarterback the size of your defensive line. So that was pretty. It was fun to tackle. It's fun playing against them. All their running backs ran pretty hard. But a couple mistakes here and there. Like Coach Mac always say, every game comes down to about 5 plays, right? You just don't know what 5 plays it's going to be. If we take a couple plays back or misfitting gaps or not getting tight enough on the receiver, the game will probably be a little bit different.
Western Kentucky, obviously, Austin Reed, you kind of mentioned it a little bit. They're a pretty good team. They're bowl eligible this year. Just what do you notice from them offensively that can kind of help you guys this week?
They playmakers make plays. Everybody who touches the football, they run hard, run behind their pads, physical. They do well with yards after the catch. So we have to be able to tackle in space. Tackling is going to be super important this week. You don't want to give up yards after contact. They have pretty good scheme. They like to spread you out, throw screens, do a little counter scheme. So we're preparing for that as well.
Is this Coach Yost's radio airplay we're hearing here?
No, that's actually the weight room. They're in there grinding in the weight room right now.
Going back to Western Kentucky, I know you want to prove that you're way better, and I know you are a way better team than what you looked at today. What would mean success? Giving them a tough game or just victory?
Victory means success, right? Giving them a tough game, yeah, that's good, but you're not victorious at the end of the day, right? We want to go out there and compete, and coming out on top, that's what matters.
Thanks, Donovan.
Yes, sir. Thank you.